Pick up your phone. You should stream till 3 a.m. If you do, I'll give bamboo. Is that 3 a.m. Eastern or Pacific? Hello.
Hello. What's up, dude?
Not much. Been doing a little bit of a little chit-chatty thing here.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You're my last guest, so
Yeah. All right, how you doing? It's a long stream. It's a long day.
I'm fine. How many hours we're at? 8 hours? Yeah, that's about right. This is Wrecked Wizard, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Wrecked, everyone.
How's everyone doing?
Oh my god. Last but not least, which means we have unlimited time. Like Darling had 2 hours. Oh, maybe I should do these for 2 hour slots next time. Damn. I might do that with the next couple groups that I have.
Yeah. How many more groups do you have lined up?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm not
It
even
doesn't
lying.
surprise me. I'm sure a lot of people want to talk about it.
I had, I think, 20 fucking 4 people initially. No, 18 people, and I broke them up into groups of 6, but then those groups are getting broken up as well. So my next talk with this specific topic is going to be on Thursday the 17th with Steamy, Wonder, Potchfad, and Hito on a Thursday.
Okay.
Of all fucking times. I have not chosen a time yet, which sucks.
Right.
I should probably ask them.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Just a fucking little bit.
I love Hito.
Hito's great.
Yeah, for sure. So how did it go today?
It's been going really awesome, actually. I've been very pleased. I've been overwhelmed in the best of ways. And mostly I've been really excited and really proud of all the amazing creators we've gotten to feature today. And their stories are just wonderful. I think they've really helped highlight the best parts of being on Twitch, but also in a way, like some of the worst parts of being on Twitch, and how like there's can be a lot of negativity, but they've overcome it, and they're on their way, they're doing their thing, they're on their journeys, and it's amazing.
Right. No, absolutely. I definitely thought that this was a great topic because I feel like it's something that doesn't get talked about enough. And I feel like a lot of people, I mean, there's millions of creators on just Twitch alone. And I figured, you know, this would be great for people to get a chance to tell their story. And, you know, people that hear it might not, you know, feel so alone, you know, that they're like not the only ones going through shit. And I just thought it was cool that you did it.
I agree. I mean, so this person, Wrecked Wizard, is the person that finally got me to pull the trigger on this talk, because I was very nervous to do this, because I don't want to be seen as someone who's just trying to like do this for clout or whatever. I'm doing this because I want to have a genuine conversation with people, and it's been amazing and wholesome and just supportive in the most genuine way possible is how I can word it. Like, I fucking Darlin raided me with like 20 people. I'm like, what the hell?
That's awesome. Well, it's important to a lot of people, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, you know, sometimes they don't have people to talk to or to get it out. You know what I mean? And it's just it's a good outlet for people, for sure.
Absolutely. Cypress, Waba has today been as draining as you feared? It's not. It's been really filling, actually. I don't feel tired at all. I feel very filled, physically and mentally. Like, I've eaten food, I've drunk water, I've taken care of myself all throughout stream. So I'm really happy right now. Melody, welcome in. ADHD, yo, what's up? Sad diagnosis and ODD. Yeah, I feel you. Totally love to do a streamer interview, but A, I'm not consistent enough to be a real streamer. That's untrue. I only have a phone for Discord. Aw, shit, me don't like cameras. Bad at forming sentences. It's okay. Hi, Koi, welcome in. Kill all of you with kindness. Do it. Kill us with kindness. We love that energy. I'm really glad it has been draining. That's a Hana Banane. Yes, it is. So, Rect, please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What the fuck is a Rect Wizard?
You know, so when I picked that name, it was literally random. Like, there's really not a whole lot of meaning behind it. Just, I'm really into fantasy games, fantasy movies, and I like wizards. I don't like. So I've always liked the cliche, corny like gaming term of get wrecked. You know. So I remember I was sitting at my desk when I was coming up with a name, and this was before I had even streamed the first time, obviously. And my wife was trying to help me come up with names, and I literally was like, "What about Wrecked Wizard?" She's like, "Yeah, sounds fine." Perfect. But I wish that I would have spelled wrecked properly, right? Because since I've been Wrecked Wizard with a C, you have no idea how many rectum jokes I've gotten over the last almost 2 years. But it's too late to change it now. I'm like, fuck, I already paid for the overlays. I already paid for the fucking logo. I guess I'm Rectum Wizard. I'm going with it. So,
Butt Wizard, is that you?
Yeah.
Now the only thing you need to do is become a proctologist.
Right.
Or a urinologist.
Get it on my name tag.
Just get you'll be Dr. Wrecked Wizard.
But I guess you could call me a variety streamer. But I really focus on retro stuff, like retro video games and action RPGs. I love fantasy games. I'm also a retro and gaming collector. And then I also, with two of my closest friends, host the Retro Renegade podcast. Yes, and we talk about current gaming news, and we talk about retro stuff, and basically our childhoods and stuff that we grew up enjoying and playing. And I get the most joy out of that, just because I love it when someone comes in chat and we're talking about something or showing something on stream, and people go, "Oh shit, I remember that. I used to play that with my dad, or I used to play that with my mom or my brother one summer," and just stuff like that. I really enjoy that. I'm learning now at almost 31 years old that it's really expensive to try to buy back your childhood.
Yes, it is.
The pandemic definitely didn't help that. The cost of video games has skyrocketed. So
yep.
But it's a fun hobby. It's something I enjoy, something that I can share with pretty much everybody here on Twitch. Just because most of us are gamers. So I enjoy that. It's definitely brought me closer to a lot of people. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I stream typically on weekends, but I've actually kind of been switching it up. So I've been streaming like Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, leaving my Saturdays open to kind of just chill. And then Sundays, I kind of stopped doing those recently, and my wife actually streams on Sundays now. That's like her set day is Sundays. So
yeah.
I
love the Waifu streams.
Yeah, it makes me happy that she's doing it, and she's enjoying it, and she's doing really well.
Please tell me I spelled her name right. Let's go. Fucking spelled her name right. Let's go. That's huge for me.
You did. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Hell yeah. Love that. I love this dude. This guy's great. But that's his wife, Plumbob Princess. Be sure to go check her out if you want to. Thanks for the offline raid, Melody. I appreciate that. So, Rect, now answer the titular question. How has content creation and streaming affected your mental health? And vice versa, how has your mental health affected your content creation and streaming?
So, it's crazy, like in a lot of ways. Mental health has played a huge part in streaming and making content. So when I started streaming, so technically I've been on the platform since 2013. I streamed for about 2 years, not taking it seriously. It wasn't something that was like I was doing consistently. It was just for fun whenever I felt like it. And then I got off the platform in 2015. I was still around watching certain streamers, but I didn't come back until June of 2020. And I started doing it because, well, we all know when the pandemic hit, a lot of jobs were shut down, and I work in the construction industry. And when the pandemic first hit, OSHA had shut down like all of our job sites because they didn't know how they were going to handle having a job site running and open. So I remember, man, I was off for like 3 months. Obviously, like, you know, my wife was still working. My wife has a government job, and they did not shut down, so she kept working.
Ooh,
and this was before the baby was born.
Right.
So I spent like 3 months in my house. Like, you're not supposed to go anywhere, right? So you can't see your family, you can't see your friends, all restaurants, everything's been shut down. So I'm stuck in this house empty, like from 7 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night for like almost 3 months. And it was the weirdest thing. I was like, you know, probably like a lot of people, I was like, I miss streaming, and this is something I could do, you know, and see how it goes. And I started watching, my garage is kind of like a man cave. I got a little TV out there, and I go out there to smoke my cigarettes and watch my YouTube on the Roku and just kind of chill. And I was watching a lot of Harris Heller. He just popped up on my feed one day. This was like in March, and I started watching a lot of him, like video after video after video, even his really old stuff. And then I started watching a lot of Devin Nash, and I was like, I want to do this. Like, I want to do this, and I want to see what happens. So I paid an artist to do all the graphical shit, and I knew how to use OBS and all those programs and all that shit because I had done it before. And then I fired up in June, and when I fired up, I had no idea that mental health would play any role in streaming video games, like, at all. And I was mistaken 100%, because there was, I mean, Waba, me and you came from the same community.
Yeah.
And that in itself was like a mental health fucking roller coaster for like 5 or 6 months. Right?
I'm like, genuinely surprised that no one took me up on just like a Kumbaya VC. I think everyone at that moment thought that I was like after their views or something, and I was like, no, I just want to like talk to people and make sure you're okay, because I know a bit about mental health. And everyone took me in the wrong light. So I think I lost out ultimately from that whole situation.
Right.
Because I felt like a lot of people just saw me as a fool.
Right.
But it is what it is. I'm not really too whatever about it.
Well, you know, one thing I've learned from that whole shitty situation was that, you know, when I started streaming and I got into that community, and I was seeing the way that it was being ran, and the person that was running it was basically, you know, making it seem like this was the right way to do things, whether it was to grow or to network or whatever. And I didn't know any better, honestly. I mean, I had never really done this like this before. And so I was like, okay, this seems right. He's on his way to partner. Like, he knows what he's talking about. I'm going to do what he says. And it got to a point to where it was so fucking toxic and so just mentally draining. And like, and my wife says it all the time, because believe it or not, chat, fucking Twitch is full of drama like you were in high school.
And this is why we stay away from Twitch Twitter, folks, streamer Twitter.
Yes. And my wife asks me all the time, is like kind of jokingly, she's like, why is there so much drama like you're in high school? Aren't you guys like supposed to be having fun and like playing video games?
High school never ends. What? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a huge, but I'm glad that it happened though, because had it not happened and had I not been a part of that, I wouldn't have met all of you, and we wouldn't be sitting here right now. So there's good things that came out of it. And we all learned, or at least most of us learned, what is okay and what is not okay and what to look out for.
Yep.
Because it was literally just manipulation
Yeah.
and just to benefit themselves.
I
And
mean, I
if
think a lot of people also showed their true colors in there, especially during like the weekly VCs of like, oh, Aaron, what's your numbers? Like,
right,
you really knew who was like super number focused and who wasn't. And
right,
you know, I know he was trying to indoctrinate us to like this business sense of things, but I never could see it that way. Like, people are people; they're not
right.
numbers. And he was like, they're all numbers, and he was a legitimate psychopath. I don't say that lightly either, because I know that word gets used badly, but I legitimately think he had antisocial personality, and he was just fucking sociopath,
Yeah.
likely manipulating us all.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he was definitely Jim Jones, and a lot of us drank the Kool-Aid. But it's one of those things where I'm glad that it happened, because now we know moving forward what to do and what to look out for and people to avoid, and to, really keep your guard up and keep your distance, because that was another big problem that I have, is that I really like people. So when I meet someone and we start having conversations and we start hanging out and we get to know each other, I get attached, like I like having friends and stuff. And so uh, it was it was nice that we got to keep a lot of those friends. But then one thing you'll also learn on Twitch is people on this platform, or people in social media in general, they come and go all the time. And that is one thing mentally
Yeah.
that I've struggled with, is because there's been a lot of people.
That's also viewership as well. Viewership comes and goes. I was just talking
Yeah.
about this with Vox, is that I've seen, like, literally just last year alone, I've seen over 100 unique names come and go into my chat. And that's just the way it is. Like, some people stick around for a few months and they just disappear off the face the earth, and it happens. But
Yeah.
the fortunate and unfortunate thing is that there will be people to replace those viewers, unfortunately, in a way. But I don't think it really replaces them as a person. And I always value anyone who's able to spend any amount of time, whether it's one day, whether it's 1 year, whether it's 10 years. I value absolutely fucking everyone, and I miss you all immensely.
Yeah. I definitely, I feel that, just because when I started, before I thought I would make friends, and mental health would take a toll, like, doing all of this, my goal, obviously, like most people that start out, a lot of people have that goal of making Twitch partner, and I did have that goal. That's 100% honest. And it wasn't for the money or the fame or the fortune. It was to literally prove to my family that I can be more than a construction worker. And there's nothing wrong with being a construction worker, right? But like, when I was 18 years old, my dad helped me get the job, and my dad is one of the bosses there. I wanted to prove that I could do something on my own and make my family proud of me, because it's a big deal. Like, look, I'm a fucking Twitch partner. Like, it's just, to me, it was a big
Yeah.
deal. But now, I'm 3 months away from 2 years on doing this, and I
Yeah.
am not here to do that anymore. Look, if all of a sudden I get a bunch of viewers, that's great. But I like the social aspect of it so much more. And I
Yeah.
just want to hang out with people and make friends,
I feel that.
and just have fun. And
I feel that.
I don't care about that shit anymore, because the reality is, and this is something that I want to touch on later, but the reality is 99.9% of people aren't going to make this their full-time career, because they won't make enough money. And I have kind of had to come to terms with that. And yeah, that was another thing. I guess I never really expected it, but just actually hearing the actual numbers, like I was saying earlier, I watch a lot of a guy named Devin Nash on YouTube.
Yep.
And
I know
he's a
him.
big numbers guy. Like, he breaks it down, and he's brutally honest. And I think sometimes on these platforms, people like to sugarcoat shit and not tell you like it is. And I feel like that gives people false hope. And then when people either fail or don't make it to where they expect to make it to, it really fucks with their mind.
Yep.
And the reality is this, and just to give you a quick couple numbers, the other day when he posted a video, he said that there was 26 million live streams on Twitch in one day. 26 million live streams. Out of those 26 million, do you know how many of those streams or streamers make $800,000 or more a year. The money that we all hope to achieve, the big rich and famous.
800,000. What?
No,
Okay, it's a weird
there's
number.
so yeah, no, it was 850. It was $850,000 or more a year. Like the ninjas, like
It's
the
like
big
two.
time streamers, right? There's 50 out of
50 people.
26 million, right? Out of 10,000 streamers, only 5 of those 10,000 will make minimum wage, right? And I'm not saying these things to
Fair.
discourage people. I'm saying these things because if your intent and your goal is to only stream because you want to make money and that's it, and you don't care about anything else, you're gonna have a rough path ahead. That's that is just literally the truth. You should do this because you genuinely enjoy it. Because if you, it's like a regular job, right? If you hate your job, you
Yeah.
know, and then you come to Twitch because you hate your job and you think, well, playing video games and hanging out with friends is a way better job, but all you care about is money, then why are you doing it? Like, if you don't
Right.
like what you're doing, then just go get a regular 9 to 5. You'll probably make more money.
Yeah, and that's
Y-
why I do it though, Rect, is because I want to go full time and I let people know, and honestly, that does usually lead to people wanting to support you more.
Right.
But by all means, this my goal of becoming a full time content creator is very lofty and it's very far off, and I've been very honest about like, listen, if I'm seriously ever going to do this full time, I would need consistent YouTube income, which is literally impossible, or I would need to have like consistently 2K subs on Twitch for at least a period of 6 months, and the community continues growing. And if I have that, fine, I'll quit my full-time job. But
Right.
until that happens, it's not happening. And I've been very
Right.
fortunate in the job that I have to be able to still function and be able to do it. Um, but you know, all things considered, I don't expect it happening anytime soon.
And
I'm
that's
not. I think this is the thing that you're talking about is that people set false expectations of they go into this and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna become a full time streamer. And it's like, okay, but have you actually thought about this in a sincere business sense? Do you understand what it would take to actually do this completely full time? And I also agree with Twin Sanity as well. Welcome in, mate. By the way, top streamers usually make more money from the sponsorships and the ads from the actual stream donations and the stream, you know, primes and subs and all this other stuff.
right. I mean, Ninja just got a Gucci engraved Xbox. So,
Right.
I mean, it must be nice. But they're like athletes, you guys. Like, think about it that way. They're like professional athletes, whether you play in the NFL or the NBA or you play soccer or whatever it is. Those athletes are getting sponsorships and they're making millions and millions of dollars. No different than Twitch streamers or YouTubers.
Yep.
But you have to look at the numbers, like, and just be realistic with yourself and understand that there are millions of people that would love to play in the NFL and make millions of dollars and have the spotlight on them, but there's only like 1,200 people in the entire NFL, right? So that's one of those things where I've seen so many people, you know, and I'm not saying don't shoot for the stars and have dreams and follow through and be consistent,
Right.
but also enjoy it.
Have
And
dreams, be
also-
realistic, enjoy your fucking self. Like, have
Exactly.
fun. If it's
Be
not fun, why
realistic.
bother?
Exactly. And I think that affects so many people's mental health because they get so discouraged by the numbers. Like, I'll go from having 10 people in chat to 30 people in chat, and I talk to them the same. I'm at a
Yep,
point where
same.
I just fucking want to hang out and play video games and laugh and talk shit and have fun.
And that's the
it.
best way to grow, though, as well. It's just like, oh shit, now I can come in here and hang out and watch this crazy dude play video games. Love it.
Yeah, and have
You
fun
know?
doing it, and maybe even play with me. I love playing community games
Sure.
with people.
Why not?
But yeah, it's sad to see because from when the pandemic started till now, you've seen so many streamers just disappear and not want to stream anymore.
So
And-
something, yeah. Oh man, Rect, I'm about to say this rant that I had with you a while ago, but I'm gonna say
Right.
it in a public space, and I'm probably gonna get canceled for it. But listen, I think a lot of the pandemic streamers were absolutely fucking foolish in their plans. Like they set out and they had such high hopes and high expectations, and they set schedules that wouldn't work for them if they, you know, God forbid, had to ever go back to working, which I thought was ridiculous. I was just like, what are you doing? Why aren't you planning for the long term? I always plan myself for the long term, for the long run. I planned myself for like, if I become a fucking 10K Andy just randomly, and I have 10,000 lovely people in here talking about mental health, how the fuck am I going to handle that? I have a plan to handle that. I literally had that plan from day one. I had a plan about like my schedule from day fucking one, you know? The foolishness comes is when the high expectations outweighs their ego is kind of what happens, and
Right.
all of a sudden you had a wave, and I mean a giant wave of all these small streamers crying on Twitter about I'm quitting streaming because XYZ whatever reasons, but ultimately the reason was I wasn't getting the support that I expected to get, or I, you know, whatever egotistically deserved to get, or some bullshit. Like, a lot of people quit because they were staying at 3 viewers and were doing absolutely nothing to help themselves to get more than 3 viewers. You know?
Right.
Like, they were doing very spammy strategies. They're doing follow to follow or support for support, and then they got burned by support for support, as the nature is of support for support is, you know?
Right.
And then they're like, oh, they basically punch themselves in the face, and they're like, who the fuck did that? I'm quitting Twitch. Wah. Like, it feels really mean to say that,
It's
but
the truth.
that did kind of happen. People gave themselves such high expectations of this, that, and the other thing, and then they're like, welp, I tried and I failed, and oh, I have to go back to my real job now. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks, and it really fucking sucks, and it hurts to hear that, but that's what happened. It's exactly what fucking happened.
And that is reality. I mean, that is why there's a lot of mental health issues that people have when it comes to content creation and streaming, especially when the pandemic kicked off. It was like you said, they have these high expectations. They think they're never going to go back to their job. They're going to make millions of dollars. They're going to be the next ninja, and everything's going to be great. But the problem is dude,
if you want to be the next ninja, you have to work twice as hard as Ninja. If you want to be the next Ludwig, you have to work twice as hard as Ludwig. If you want to be the next Tommy Innit, you have to work twice as hard as Tommy Innit. Study the fucking SEO. Post genuinely engaging content. Engage your viewers. Make it a performance. Make it an entertainment piece. Don't say shit about your personal life, and just be a personality. Be a fucking face instead of a person. I'm a person.
Yes.
I can't fucking deal with the streamers. Other than the only people that I can deal with being like a character are VTubers, because VTubers have a very specific business model set up, and I respect them for that. But for the people that are just like, I'm gonna be a fake person or whatever, and they're just, I'm mostly annoyed about people that are ingenuine about it. Like, they pretend that, oh yeah, this is who I am, you know, 100% of the time, you know, and they are for completely two-faced. Fuck all that shit. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm authentically me 100% of the time, because I don't have time for anything else. Yes, this is still performative, but yes, this is also still a part of me and who I am.
Right. Absolutely. And
yeah, Mr. Beast fucking spent millions to get his millions, so
yeah, it's just it's one of those things that I feel like everybody likes to sugarcoat it, and like you said, staying away from streamer Twitter. I do my best. I've gotten to a point to where, like, you know, for shit to come up on your algorithm on Twitter, you have to like and comment and interact with.
Which
other
is why
shit.
People do engagement farm bullshit. Which is why I don't interact with it.
Yeah, I try my hardest to like all the shit that's like has to do with like retro gaming and the retro community, to try to get away from streamer Twitter, because holy fuck, can you see so many fake fucking people. It is absolutely, and here I'm gonna be 100% honest, I used to be that person, because I thought that's what you had to do, is post that fake,
right? Because everyone
bullshit.
sees it and thinks it works, and then brain goes brrr, and they're happy because they're like, oh, my numbers and engagement is going up. But it's like, is it authentic though? Is the support that you're going to be receiving genuine? It's the same for partner pushes. You can push for a partner, you'll probably fucking get it, because people love to help you reach a goal. But once you reach it and you do your celebration stream, guess what? Numbers go right back down. Now, I've seen a good argument for partner pushes, which is basically like from a completely business perspective, that it's like good for you, because like, okay, now you have the check mark, and so what? Your viewership goes back to normal. You should expect that. Like, you didn't lose any money to do it, and you now have more potential like reach with other companies to say, hey, I'm a partner, you know, maybe sponsor me. So I get it from a business perspective, but I don't think pushes are for me, and I think they're so unauthentic, and it can hurt you in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I don't know. I just think that like this idea of posting these motivational fake ass quotes of like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and you know we're all gonna sit in a fucking circle and hold hands and sing kumbaya is all a bunch of bullshit. And it gets so frustrating hearing these
Because
people
if you
do
pretend
this.
to be friendly to everyone and you appeal to everyone, then you're going to get anyone in your stream, and you fucking take those viewers because that's what you're thirsty after. This is my fucking major like stick up my ass about being a genuine person, is that I'm not for everyone, and I'm okay with that. I'm more than
Right.
okay with that.
Right. And
Sorry.
and if I'm not for you, then that's fine, you know, as well. I mean, it's
Right.
like people get mad when I say those things, but it's like half the time these motherfuckers that are posting this shit on Twitter don't believe what they're actually saying
No,
themselves.
of course I don't.
You
They
know,
don't
it's
practice what they
such
preach.
bullshit. And when you call it out, it's like, dude, you shouldn't have to be fake. If you're a genuine person, if
Right.
you're not a racist, homophobic douchebag, chances are we're gonna get along great.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not that fucking hard. Just be yourself, and if
Yeah.
it works, it works. But at the end of the day, you know, not everybody's gonna make it. And
Yep.
it's the hard truth, and it's sad, and I wish everybody could achieve all of their dreams, but that's just not reality. And if you make it, great. And if this is something you love, keep fucking going. Don't quit doing it because you love it, but don't do it for money. Do it because you love it. And that'll and if you do that, you'll be so much happier mentally, and just everything will be just naturally better for you. People will see that you're being a genuine human being, and people want to fuck with people like that. Like, they want to hang out with people like that. They don't want to hang out with the fake obnoxious, fake positivity, you know, whatever, suck my dick, push me to partner, whatever the shit is. Like, I hate streamers like that. And a lot of people are kind of catching on now that this fucking influx of fucking COVID streamers is over. And they're all fucking dipping off, and I feel like it's gotten a little better, but you know, Twitch has a lot of fucking problems. But
Yep.
yeah, man, just that's how it's kind of affected me mentally. In the beginning, it was like I got to do all these things and burn myself out, and I want to be a partner, and I gotta, you know,
Rect, is it time to pull up my tweet again? Oh, I think it is. So I've simplified everything that plagues streamer mental health wise in 3 simple steps. Ready? Number 1 can be boiled down to imposter syndrome. I'm not a real content creator. Well, I didn't do this, so I'm not a real content creator. Number 2, burnout because you did too fucking much. And 3, grind culture, but I need to do more. I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, fuck that. That's the thing, is like, when you're new, a lot of times you just don't know any better. And
yes, and then people take advantage of that.
yes, 100%. And those are the people going to the partner pushes.
and that's why I decide to do the opposite of that. And if I see a new streamer, I'd be like, hey, let's talk, and let's talk about like making a community together. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just like, let me be your fucking friend and like get to you before the fucking scalpers get to you, because they will.
100%. Yeah, I like, for the whole burnout thing, you know, you came to my 24-hour birthday stream I just did on Saturday, and I haven't streamed at all this week because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I imagine
like,
so.
Dude, like
24 hours are crazy.
Dude, 24 hours is like 2 weeks worth of my streams in one day. Like, right. I stream like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours per stream, 2 to 3 days a week. Like, I pulled off 24 hours. I did it with all my friends. I had a blast. I'm taking this week off, and I'll be back next week. And you'll see me when you see me, and I'll still be in Discord, and I'll be on the socials. And if you want to play games, great. But I'm not streaming. I don't have it in me. I'm tired. And that's okay. And you guys can do that too. If you don't feel like it, and you're not, why go on stream and like fake it, right? Like, what is the point? Right. You know, unless you're someone like fucking Summit or fucking, you know, Ludwig or something, where one stream costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever it is.
Right.
Why force yourself and be miserable right? Again, this is supposed to be a fun experience that you love. And if you are fucking grinding and pushing yourself, you're eventually going to hate it.
Yep. You're going to hate yourself and you're going to hate it.
Absolutely. Too much of anything is not good. It's just not. You know, like yesterday, I was supposed to stream yesterday. And you know what I did instead? I was like, I told my friends, I'm like, I don't want to stream. I just feel like hopping in the Discord, turning on Elden Ring, and, you know, getting my dick slapped in the dirt on fucking Elden Ring and hanging out with my friends. That's all I wanted to do. And it was great. And it was great. And I didn't miss streaming at all. And
there you go.
And I'll be back, and it's okay.
That's fine.
So I highly advise people to know that it's okay to take breaks.
Yes.
And like,
it's more than okay.
You know, for like,
it's encouraged.
Now it's hard. You know, another honest truth though is taking long breaks can really affect your stream and your numbers if that's something you care about.
That earlier as well. Yeah.
But you know, if you need a day, if you need 2 days, I mean, fuck, dude, you get sick days at your regular job, you get vacation days. Like, fuck, take a day or two, catch your breath, you know, do something else, come back to it.
Yeah. You're never wrong for resting. You're never wrong for resting or taking time for yourself. Yeah, absolutely.
So what was that? So, and then another one that is a big one is that can really fuck with you is the follow for follow shit and the support for support, because it's like it creates this false illusion that like, hey, we're friends, we're gonna support each other.
Yep.
And then when that person's not there for you, it bums you the fuck out, and you learn
you get salty or whatever. It's stupid.
Yes, and you learn who people are.
Hover,
right?
yeah. I was about to say.
Hover, yes, 100%. I got into an argument with somebody.
It's a pyramid scheme for the top fivers, the top fucking whatevers.
I got into an argument with somebody about Hover, and they were all bent out of shape because I didn't want to join Hover and use like their creator code. I don't know. I guess there's a code you can give out. And I was like, you know, man, Hover's not for me. And he's like, well, why not? And I was like, well, because I mean, you want the honest truth? And he was like, yeah. And I said, well, let me get this straight. You create an account and you create content on that account just like you would TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, then you interact with other streamers content on the platform. And by interacting with that content, you in turn get these points called gravity. And then you use the gravity to boost your content so people will do the same to you.
Yeah. They eventually got called out too many times. So they removed the gravity from the algorithm, but like, it's too late. It did what it was meant to do, which is to funnel the streamers into the big top streamers and then eventually find their real viewership. And they've done that, and they're going to continue to do that and continue to push Hover and say it's so great and awesome in that because they're benefiting from it.
But the thing is, here's a number for you is that my gripe with Hover is like, why would you do Hover when it's nothing but streamers? You're looking for viewership, not streamers who are going to just support each other, because in all actuality, these streamers are also trying to grow themselves. And why would they come and watch you all the time when they're trying to build their own shit? And why would something like Hover exist if there are already, just not even counting YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, just TikTok alone? Because there are over 2 billion people on TikTok, right? And out of those 2 billion people, 90% of them that have it installed on their phone use it every single day for a minimum of 56 minutes a day. Why would you be on Hover? Why would you not be live streaming and making content on TikTok? If you
really want to fucking do the grind, you know.
Yes.
Look it up. Look the fucking SEO up, like seriously.
Like if you really want to do short form content. Also, oh, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just gonna add on to additionally, if you want to do short form content, do TikTok, but also put it on YouTube Shorts and fucking study the YouTube Shorts algorithm.
Absolutely.
Like, Twitch has millions and millions of viewers, and that's amazing. But you know what? YouTube has billions and billions of viewers. Literally, half the fucking world population is on YouTube, plus probably more than that.
And TikTok, and there's a lot of fucking people on Instagram Reels, and people sleep on Instagram because
sleep on Instagram. That's great.
You know, and here's the thing, and I think it's you know, a common misconception that we all have. people sleep on Facebook. And get
That's
this.
true.
So
I do.
so we are all, you know, when you think of Facebook, you think of like, oh, that's, you know, my mom and dad or my grandparents use that platform. It's an old person's platform, right? Well, in the last 4 years, the largest percentage of users on Facebook are between the ages of 25 and 39, and it's like 34%. The second largest is 20%, and it's for people that are 18 to like 24. So, and people over the age of 65, it's only like 4%. So, so people really sleep on Facebook. I mean, use them all. Like, if you want your face everywhere.
If you're gonna just fucking just post it everywhere, just post it everywhere. Like, I fucking hate Hover, but people are like, oh, why not? And I'm like, here's my why not. I'm never gonna fucking like say Hover is great or good, because it's not. It's shit. I don't think it's worth it supporting a platform that boosts other streamers that use like fucking awful language, like the R word and shit like that. And also, like, I'm not gonna support something that literally is just a pyramid scheme of support for other streamers. I get for the top streamers. I get that, like, oh, you can meet new friends, and I met like this cool friendo using Hover, and that's all fine and great and all, but you can probably just do that organically in like a Twitch stream instead of like going on Hover and just pressing your GGs for the day or whatever.
You know, it's surprisingly, I've done it on TikTok. I have been I am not on like any like Twitch streamer TikTok shit, but I have been mainly focusing on like all of the retro community on TikTok, and they have been absolutely fucking amazing. And I've a little bit over a month now, but I never really used my TikTok, and I was like, fuck it, I like posting these. You know, I'll post, you know, a video or two or sometimes more a day or at night when I'm just chilling. And I went from like 300 followers to like 1,200. And I know that's not crazy, but I get videos like more regularly that are like 2,000 views, you know, 4,000 views. And I've actually had several people from the retro community actually come into my streams and hang out. And I had a couple come in on my birthday stream. I've had one or two join my Discord, and you know, it's, if you want to build genuine relationships, stop looking at Twitch streamers. Go find communities that like the stuff that you like. Another good tip for doing that is you know, Discord. A lot of people want to join just like streamers Discords. There are Discords for literal like just fandoms. Like I used to join like Skyrim Discords and hang out with a bunch of people that wanted to talk about Elder Scrolls, right? Like, there's all kinds of ways you can do it without relying on other streamers who are trying to do the same exact thing that you're doing. You know, and it's sad when everybody puts all this faith in people and then they end up being shitty people and they fuck you over, and you know, it kind of
they fuck you over because they had false expectations of your support for them.
Yes.
And when you didn't give them your support because, oh no, you're a human, you have a life or something.
Right.
Well, obviously we're not friends anymore. I'm like, all right, shit. Guess you have all really fucking factitious friends.
Well, like my biggest thing is that, and I'll say this to anybody, if you think that real support, like, because I've had this argument with someone that was mad that I didn't lurk in their streams.
Yep.
if you think that real support from a friend is me literally leaving you up on my cell phone all day without speaking a fucking word to you is real fucking support, you're dreaming. Like, I mean, I've had this conversation with you, Waba, where like real support is like, how many times do we stay up late just talking? And
that's great.
Bouncing ideas off of each other.
Real fucking support for a fellow streamer is talking about content together, talking about our feelings together, talking about just other shit, just fucking shooting the shit and becoming actual friends.
Yes.
That's 100%. How you support another streamer. As another.
Yeah. Sitting in streams all day, not interacting or watching the content that they're making. How is that support? Because you boosted a number on my dial? Like... I would much rather have you come in, hang out, and have a conversation with me and play a video game with me. That's the truth.
Yep.
Like, if you want to hang out with me, fucking hang out with me and get to know me. But if you expect me to just sit in your streams all day, I'm not going to do it. I refuse to fucking do it.
That's stupid.
I don't even.
I wouldn't ask someone to do that. If you want to, you can. I'm not gonna say no, but like, I'm not gonna ask you. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the lurks. I do. Sometimes people are busy. They're driving, or they're cleaning house, or they're doing chores, or whatever, and they have me on in the background, and they're just listening to
life. Wow.
Right.
People are people. Streamers are people too. Did you know that?
Yeah. Weird.
Fucking weird. Speaking of which, I need to do a fucking collab with Vox for Stardew Valley. I want to do a Stardew Valley fucking collab. You just gave me a great idea. We're gonna speed run Community Center. Let's go.
It's so weird that you brought up Stardew Valley. It's like a coincidence because like literally 10 minutes before I came on, I posted a TikTok that Angelus had sent me, and it was talking about the guy who created Stardew Valley and how he was. Yeah, he was like by himself, and he did it by himself.
Yeah, he did it by himself. He's so fucking hard worker. I love that dude.
He literally got out of college and got a degree in computer science, and nobody would hire him, so he was like, fuck it, and he made this game, and he's made millions of dollars. It's sold over 15 million copies. Like that, he spent, they said, tens of thousands of hours. I mean,
yeah, he tried to fucking polish the shit out of that game.
And it's a great game. Like, I've seen people play it.
Someone asked me a really great question because I just play Stardew Valley Expanded, which is a mod.
Right.
And people have asked me before, is the developer of the game okay with this mod? And I looked it up on Twitter, and he literally was like, yeah, as long as like everyone like accredits the people right. I love that people are playing my game in a different way. Like he super supports the mod community.
Now I wish amazing. I wish Nintendo did. They fucking don't at all.
No. Also, we definitely do stand the viewers who just, even though they're literally busy doing other stuff, will take the time to be like, hey, I'm lurking. Like, we fucking love you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like, oh, you took time out of your day to hang out and, like, just...
Like, hell yeah, hang out with us. Thank you.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. But I literally had someone go the fuck off on me because I don't sit in their streams all day.
Yeah, I know. It was so stupid.
And they really tried to get mad at me, and I'm just like, dude, like,
I have a life, huh?
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh my god, like, I called someone out on Twitter like months ago for this shit because they're like, I'm leaving Twitch because, I never really got the support that I was, I never got the support despite the fact that I was in so many other people's streams and support everywhere, and, and I just didn't get the support I got, so I'm leaving Twitch and blah, blah. And it was just like this giant crybaby rant. And I'm just like, and I said it in the nicest way possible. I'm like, if I'm reading this correct, it seems that you're implying that you expected people to like support you because you support them. And that's not how that works.
Right.
And they're just like mad. And they were like, that's not what I mean. No, it's just that like I support them. And it's just like, why is anyone supporting me? It's just so weird. Like, no, it's not weird, dude. You're doing sport for sport.
Here's the thing is like, and I've had this conversation with so many of my friends. I've had this conversation with Northwolf. I've had this conversation with a lot of fucking people. I don't watch Twitch like I used to. I really don't. It's nothing against any of my friends. It's not that I don't give a fuck. It's not that I don't care. I am busy, and not only that, but when I do just get a chance to relax and consume content, it's usually video games or YouTube or TikTok. I like watching retro video game YouTubes of people collecting and going garage sale hunting or whatever. That is what I choose to spend my minimum amount of hours I have to myself per day doing. And that doesn't mean that I'm any less friends with you or Northwolf or whoever. Like, and you guys understand that, and like,
yes,
don't bust my balls about it.
Like, we would bust your balls about it. That's the stupidest crap ever.
But you see it all the time. You see people get
so
bent out of fucking shape, and they're like, they'll leave Discords and they'll distance themselves because they're like, I'm not getting supported by this person, or this person's changed. And it's like,
shit.
It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Right,
like, who cares? Like, I just think it's so funny and so dramatic and over the top. And
really
I just don't have time for it anymore. And this, for chat, this literally is what Twitch will turn you into after almost 2 years, and you comb through all the bullshit and you realize I am here for me, and I am here to, and if I stop enjoying shit and if I stop having fun, I'm not gonna fucking be here anymore. I'm gonna find something else to do. So what do I like doing? I like spending time with people, playing video games, making friends, chilling, talking shit, having a good time. And if you're down for that shit, then we can kick it. If you want more than that, hit the fucking road. I have no time for it anymore. I don't, dude. I'm fucking 30 years old. I'm not in high school anymore.
I'm almost 30.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm about to be 29.
Fucking old.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, you're old now. We're getting old, Wappa.
I'm old. I'm an old man. I'm an old lempa.
I mean, all the gray in my beard is, I mean, shit. I'd like to say it was just from age, but I am married, so no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like honestly, it's sad when you see people get so discouraged. I actually had a person from my Discord ask me last night, and it was like the sweetest, like really innocent question. They asked me, they said, "Rekt, can I ask you for advice on streaming?" And honestly, I think that's one of the first times someone's actually asked me like for advice, and we were in VC last night. And they were like, I said, "Yeah, what do you want to know?" And they were like, "Well, I've been trying to hit affiliate for a couple months now, and how do you get people in your streams?" And my answer to them was, post on all your socials and be genuine and don't fucking suck as a person. Like, honestly,
pretty much.
It's not hard. And I said, look, if you really want to hit affiliate, have your husband make an account if he doesn't have one already, and have like your sister, your brother, your mom, whoever, and just have them lurk for you until you get affiliate, and then you can really focus on your shit from there if affiliate's that important to you. But honestly,
like, that monetizes you, but like, who fucking cares if you get affiliate? Like, who's gonna sub for you?
That's what I mean. You know, so you want to start creating social media accounts based around your Twitch account, not your personal ones. I told her straight up, do not use your personal ones for Twitch. Make new ones, and just interact with people. You know, fucking join Discords. And I told her straight up, I said, do not shove down everybody's throat that you are a streamer. Don't do it. Just go in there to hang out, say hi, talk about video games, talk about pop culture, life, food, whatever you want. And, you know, if they genuinely like you as a person, they'll come in. And if they don't, well, keep it moving. It's
literally keep it moving is the best advice, though.
Yeah, I mean, don't dwell on it too much, because it'll literally eat you alive, because it's done it to me. I worry all the time when people don't like me. It really stresses me out. It gives me anxiety. But
people aren't going to like you. No one is going to like everyone, and that's just fine.
Yes, and that is still something I struggle with. I've gotten better at it, but there are times where someone who I thought was my friend and someone I thought that I was close with, you know, either fucks me over or ghosts me or disappears from my life, and it does make me sad. Yeah, and I've gotten better at,
you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you find out quicker and quicker when you meet someone, is this someone who's going to be here for a season or here for a reason? And it's a corny ass phrase, but it's so true.
Right. I agree. So one thing too you'll learn is that and again, we've talked about this in private, is that when you start making a bunch of friends online, you know, like I said earlier, we all came from like the same community. Not everybody is going to stay friends with each other. I have friends that don't get along with each other on here, and it makes me sad. I wish it was like back in the day when we were all kicking it and we were all cool and we were all friends, you know, but that's just not reality, right?
Yep.
You know, the reality is sometimes people, you know, sometimes people just don't get along, and, you know, I try my best to stay friends with everyone, unless that person does something really wrong that I don't agree with, and then I have to cut ties. Yeah. Right.
By the way, can I take an aside to say, Twitch, can you fucking fix this bug? Like, goddamn, this happens at least once or twice a day to me, where I'm
What is it?
typing in a stream, and this is my own fucking stream, where it's like, oh, sorry, it looks like I'm banned in this stream because it has the ghost of you.
Oh
So
shit! I've never
annoying.
actually had that problem.
I've had that so many times recently, and it sucks. It's
I
fine
have
because I can refresh this window, but like, and my whole chat still stays there. But good lord, it's annoying.
Aussie Jojo says, as a non-streamer, I find that personality has a lot to do with who I watch. Just because I know you from one stream doesn't mean I will be in your stream. I need to like and enjoy your content and personality. Exactly.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't want someone who is like, well, I'm going to be here because I expect you to support me back. Like, no. Like, be genuine about your support.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like, here's my thing. It's like watching TV, right? If somebody likes watching movies or TV, and let's say you're a big fan of, I don't know, what was I watching last night? Grey's Anatomy. You like Grey's Anatomy. Sure. And the next show comes on and it's fucking Supernatural, right? And you don't like Supernatural. So what do? You
switch it off.
You change the fucking channel. And as fucking cold as that sounds, that's the same for watching live content on these platforms.
Yeah.
If you don't like watching it, then why do you force yourself to watch it?
But then on the other side, on the streamer side of things, being viewed as just another channel on the TV, you know, can kind of hurt a little bit. Because it feels like, oh God, I'm not good enough for this person. But it's okay. You don't have to be good enough for everyone all the time.
Right. I mean, it could be one of those things where, you know, for example, you can be an amazing person, but if you are streaming Pokemon and somebody doesn't like Pokemon, then they're probably not going to watch you. And it has nothing to do with you or your character or you as a person. It's just not the type of content they want to consume. Because let's say a week later, you're streaming fucking Elden Ring and they love Elden Ring. They might come back and watch you. It literally has nothing to do with the actual person. It's the content that you're making.
Yes.
Right? Because some people, they don't give a fuck about retro video games, but they still want to hang out with me off stream, which is totally fine.
Well, see, there's the difference. Is the difference between viewership and community and core community members, especially.
Right.
Like, I know that like today I have a lot of extra viewership from other people's communities, and that's amazing. And some, not all, will join our community and maybe come back for another stream. Maybe come back for a Mental Health Monday stream. And that's fine. I don't hate anyone for watching me.
Right.
I'm after genuine connections and after genuine viewership and support. And I appreciate everyone anytime they're able to come by. But it's never expected. And if I'm not playing something you want to watch right now and someone else is playing something better that you want to watch, go watch them. You're not, don't take attendance here. You're not obligated.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I like I said, I think the problem with me was I burned myself out so fucking much in the beginning by worrying about if I was in people's streams. Right? Like I was doing it on my computer, I was doing it on my phone, I was doing it on my Xbox, and
that's that's what fucking Dunkin' Donuts stupid ass taught us.
Yes, and after a while, I was so fucking burnt out on like, oh my God, I got to put this person on my phone. And I would literally be at my job in construction with like, for an example, like Waba is playing in my pocket. And like, because I felt like that's what you had to do to show support. And I did that so much for so long.
How would I know? Like,
but that's what I mean. Like,
even if I did know, I'm not obligated to go lurk in your stream afterwards.
Exactly. And that was like the fucked up mentality that I had. And I think after I got out of Troopers Community, I said it. I said it. It's like Voldemort. Like, you just fucking say it. But after we all left that fucking shit show, I just was so burnt out. I was like, I don't really want to watch Twitch streams anymore. Like, and I don't want, and that's the thing is like, God, I spent months and months and months, all hours of the day, weekends, weekdays, at work, at home, with Twitch streams on, whether I was watching them or it was just in the background. And it got to a point to where I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. Like I'd rather hang out with Waba off stream and like play games or just chit chat or hang out and just like, you know,
a real person.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and I've told
Yeah,
this to several people,
it's fine.
about you,
I
and
know.
why I like you, and why I have such a soft spot for you,
Oh,
and you were and I swear on everything I love, you were the first person that taught me as a 30-year-old construction worker man that it was okay to not be okay.
aw,
Uh, you taught
Rex.
you taught me that it was okay to talk about my feelings. It was okay to cry. It was okay to be fucked up. And I'm 100% serious. I mean that sincerely through all the bullshit when, there's drama and people are mad at you and
Oh my god, I
uh
don't want.
honestly,
What? That was so
like
stupid. It's the stupidest crap
uh
ever. I was just happy we raised money for charity.
but I just
But yeah,
the first time you invited me to be on your Mental Health Monday, and I've been on a bunch since I've met you,
yeah,
and uh it
it's
it
fun.
really opened my eyes to the fact that, like, it's okay uh
Yeah,
to admit that you're depressed or sad or unhappy, and you give great advice on how to fix that or ways that you
thank
can
you.
help it. And Twitch and the support from, like, my wife and my friends and even my parents now, uh it's helped me tremendously, and I think that's why I have such a connection to Twitch now. And not necessarily, for the partner or the numbers or the money or anything. It's This helped me when I was stuck at home for 3 months during COVID with no friends. This helped me get through that, and I don't want that feeling to end. And that is why I get sad when my friends don't like each other anymore, or I have friends that quit the platform entirely,
Mm,
because you guys all helped me more than you could ever know. And I mean that genuinely. And that is why I don't ever plan on leaving Twitch. Uh,
same.
because I don't want that good feeling to end, and
Yep.
it makes me happy, and that's why I do it. So I wanted to say thank you in front of everyone. Like, you helped me in a lot of ways.
You're so fucking sweet. What the hell? Why is everyone trying to make me cry? God damn.
But I mean it, and
God.
I'm
Oh,
glad we're friends, and
glad
I'm
we're
glad we
friends
stayed
too.
friends through all the
Me
bullshit.
too.
You
Fuck the
know,
bullshit. You're a real one, and I try to be a fucking real one, alright? I try to prove myself as a real one constantly, because I'm like, I don't have time for people's bullshit. Drama, high school. High school's fucking over. Been over for 10 plus years. Fuck off.
yeah,
Oh, Rex, oh, God, hearing you say that just, I feel a lot of things right now. One of them is like, I feel a lot of empathy and sadness for a lot of men who are raised to think that, you should have no emotions, you should always be stoic, and, the only emotion you're allowed to have is either happiness or overwhelming anger and rage.
yeah,
It's fucking ridiculous. It's incredibly toxic, and more men need to be almost, yeah, told in a way like, hey, you don't you're not okay right now, and that's okay. So let's talk about it. Let's work through our feelings. Let's cry. Let's fucking be real with ourselves. You
yep,
know?
yep, 100%.
It's so shitty to me that men literally get fucked over in terms of being emotionally intelligent. So it's like no fucking wonder you get all these guys who are just like, I don't understand. Why did XYZ girl not like me? It's because you made every interaction with her emotional fucking work, because you're emotionally broken, but it's not your fault, because that's how you were raised. You were raised to be emotionally unintelligent to yourself and to others, and that
And
hurts you in the long run so much.
and I'm not gonna lie, like, just from learning that from you and from Twitch, it's helped me a lot in my real life too. Uh, like my everyday life, it's helped me work on being a better communicator with my wife.
Hell
Because
yeah.
like, my wife didn't know a lot of this, like when I was depressed or when I felt lonely or when I was sad, or it helped me be a better communicator with my friends and even with my parents, right? Like for the first time in my life, I was able to tell my parents like, "Hey, I'm depressed and I'm not doing good. I'm not okay." And like I don't know what I need to do to fix that, but I just thought you
Communication
should
is
know.
key.
And
Yeah.
you know, even at work, you
It
know, like
just it starts with with that conversation. Always, always, yeah.
yeah, and my parents have been super supportive and you know, it's definitely a learning curve for my dad because my dad is definitely one of those old school hardcore, you know, be tough at all times, be strong, don't cry
Sure.
kind of. And my dad with
That's all he
age too
knows.
has
That's all he
softened up a lot.
knows.
Yeah.
And
And
what
he is
see here's the other thing about aging as well. Oh my god. Just to fucking dive in cuz sociology is my minor. Um our roles in life change as we get older. So being, the big tough strong man back in, the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, however old your dad is, was
right.
kind of the expected thing. That's the role you had to play in the family. You
Yes.
had to work hard. You had to just shut up and fucking take this job and shove it, basically.
Yeah.
And now that, he's literally a grandfather now. Now he has to
Oh
take more of
yeah.
like a caretaking role. And that is such in dire opposition to what he was taught and brought up and raised to be his whole life.
Yeah, because our family is
And when
all
you get older, you realize, holding on to the anchor, it's not healthy. It's okay to let
yeah.
go. It's okay to be soft.
And I
Still be
think
strong
another
and
thing
solid.
that helped too is that a lot of the people that work with us now in construction,
Mhm.
a lot of them are my friends or people that went like, you know, our age.
Yeah.
And we're part of that like millennial generation where like we do like we kind of tell him like pops like this is how it is now and like this is how we do things and
Yeah.
he's gotten on board and then my daughter being born, holy cow, has that changed him.
I'm sure.
um like yesterday he came over and he was playing like with bubbles with her in the backyard
Aw,
and like
that's
uh,
great.
it's definitely softened him up. You know, and this is another cool thing that I'm really excited for. So tomorrow,
Hmm.
my parents always do something separate with me for my birthday because they know my wife likes to plan me something. So I did my birthday stream. Then tomorrow is going to be my day with my parents. That they are coming over to my house, and then next weekend my wife is planning a little party with just me and my friends. And then so tomorrow, my parents asked me, they're like, "What do you want to do for your birthday with us?" And I said, "You know, I want Dad and you to come over and hang out with me and Small Time and his fiance and my wife and your granddaughter. And I want Dad to make his homemade pizzas that I love. And I want to play Gauntlet on the N64 like when I was a kid." And because that was mine and my dad's game. My dad is not a big gamer. He's really not. He stopped at the N64. Like Ocarina of Time and Gauntlet were his two games, and those are the only games he played. And
That's great.
I hooked up the N64 in the living room today, and he came over to drop off some groceries for tomorrow. And I was like, "Dad, check this out." And I turned on Gauntlet, and this fucking smile on his face. And he was like, "Okay, well, your mom's out in the car, but let's make a character real quick," you know. And it's like that's not how my dad is, and I've definitely seen him change over time, and it's been really nice. And you know, he's been really supportive with me with the, you know, being on temporary disability while I get this weight loss surgery. He's come leaps and bounds, and I honestly feel like out of anybody, like I've always kind of looked for his approval over my mom's or over anybody else's. And I've just always wanted to make him proud, and that was really important to me. And yeah, my dad is like honestly one of my best friends now at this point. And you know, I think again a lot of that stems from me being able to sit down with him finally because of you. And I'm saying that 100% honestly, and being like, "Dad, I'm not okay and I need your help." And he was like kind of taken back by it, but he was like, "Okay, uh well, how you feeling? What's going on? And what do you think we need to do?" And you know, he goes, "There's," and I never thought I would hear my dad say this ever. He goes, "You know, buddy, it's not a bad thing to want to like actually talk to somebody and get some help." And I'm like,
Oh
"Who the
my
fuck are
god.
you? And what
That's
have you
so
done with my dad?"
wholesome.
Like I never, Waba, I swear to you, I never thought I would hear those words come out of his mouth.
That's
Like
so sweet though.
I just this was not even that long ago. We were sitting at the
Right.
kitchen table, and my mom and dad were like, "It's okay. Like, if you need to see somebody, you have insurance. Like, go see somebody, and get help if you feel like you need it." And
That's
I'm
great.
like, so yeah, it's just I'm at a really happy place in my life right now. I'm getting the weight loss surgery. Me and my
Oh
wife are
yeah.
doing excellent. I'm having fun streaming. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
enjoying everything, and I feel like if I could give any advice before I have to go, um, it would be.
I'm not kicking you off.
Oh no, I know. I just I have something I have to go do. um,
Right now?
Here soon because I had made
How soon?
plans for like 10 minutes ago soon.
Oh my god.
Because I thought you said 7 to 8, so I
I
had made
have
plans
rapid
for
fire
8.
questions.
Oh, let's do it. No,
All
I'll
right.
stay for all of them. I don't care. I didn't know that
Great.
there was questions. It's hard for me to
Yeah,
not shut the fuck up and
I've
talk.
queued them up.
Okay, so let's
I wrecked, but just before
see
that,
the
I just want
question.
to say I'm incredibly proud of you, and I love you so much as a person.
I love you too, and I mean that 100%.
Okay,
So
great. Rapid fires. What do you do to help with your mental health? Sometimes people use video games as a way to escape and help with it, but do you do anything else besides video games to help with it?
yes, I like playing music. I can play the bass, the guitar. I like singing.
Hell yeah.
I have this
Start a
app on my
band.
phone called Smool, and it's like Instagram for karaoke singers, and I love to sing. And
Hmm?
it's actually one of my channel point redemption things because I just fucking like to do it, whether people think I'm
Hell
decent or
yeah.
not. I literally go on Shmool, and I have like over 300 recorded songs on there, singing with people, singing by myself. I'll go sit out in the
Great.
garage with a cigarette lit, and I will sing karaoke all night to myself because I just like doing it. That helps a lot, honestly.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it a lot, and that's actually one social media platform that I guess I've never really included with my others, even though it really is Instagram for karaoke singers. It looks just like Instagram, and it operates the same.
That's funny. I love
Yeah.
that. I don't know. What do I do for my mental health? I stream. That's how I answer that question. Like literally, my stream has helped me out so much with that. All
Same.
right, next, rapid fire. Question that I wanted to address, but I got sidetracked from Vox. How do you feel when you see other streamers who may have started their journey after you get more recognition at a faster rate?
Good for them. I'm happy for
Yep.
them. And I will support them. And if you're a real friend and you are not a piece of shit, you will be happy for them. And it'll also
Yeah, absolutely.
maybe it might want to push you to do better and work harder.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I big agree. I said I will absolutely support them, and I love them for that, especially if they're my friend. You know, they got lucky, or they got lucky, or they just like found their niche really fast, or whatever. It's awesome. There is definitely an element of luck. I know my brain will get jealous all the same, and that's fine. But I manage my jealousy by just talking to them more as a person. Alex Norimaki is a great example of this. She and her, and also Franklin Tritz is a great example of this. We all started around the same time. Alex has grown immensely fast and immensely big and has a huge community that I'm kind of a little like low key jealous of. And it's like I can't help myself. But at the same time, I just talk to her as a person, and that helps me so much to understand. Like, yeah, she literally told me like, yeah, I got fucking amazingly lucky.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
And then just because you brought up Alex, because I love Alex,
Yeah, I love Alex.
she's fucking amazing.
She is.
So would you say Alex, or maybe there's another streamer that you're not jealous of, no jealousy at all, you admire, and that you
Oh, I admire
look,
Alex absolutely.
or that you look up to because of what they've been able to do?
A lot of people. Reluctant Hermit. He was in here earlier as
Oh my
well.
god, that's hella funny because that was my choice. I
Yeah,
I love Hermit.
we stan Hermit.
I literally had a long ass like private conversation with Ange, and I'm literally just gonna say what I said. I was like, I've been following Hermit for a long time now, and
Same.
I like the fuck out of Hermit,
Love
and
him.
I kind of look up to him,
I do too.
because
He holds good
not
space.
this is what I told Ange. I said, look, I think that it's great that he got partner, but that's not why I admire him. I've admired him for a long time, and I look up to him
Same.
because I love, and I love the way that his community loves him and looks up to him.
Yes.
Like, holy
It's so
fuck, dude.
wholesome.
Dude, he does book readings.
Yeah.
And dude, I remember one time live on stream, I had him up on my big screen TV and I was watching him. And because I rated into him.
Yeah.
And dude, he pulled out the guitar and
Yeah.
he legit played my daughter a song and sang to my daughter. And my daughter was like really little and like was like watching the TV and like smiling. I filmed it and I
Oh,
sent it to him. But like what I want is I want a community that loves me the way that Hermits loves him because it's
absolutely.
so fucking inspiring. And if you could take uh tips from anybody is like be like Alex and be like Hermit.
Be like Alex,
Se-
be like Hermit. Yeah.
Seriously, like their communities fucking love them. I mean, Alex is the
Yep.
fucking mayor. All right, like
Yep.
like
Mayor of the Penguin Village.
her village loves her, and the shrubbery loves Hermit.
All right.
Be
And the
like
Waba
them.
fam loves Waba.
Well,
Because
yeah,
Waba's silly.
Rec loves Waba, so.
Aw.
But I'm part of the Waba
Cute.
fam, so.
Yeah. Welcome in, Duck. How are you doing? How'd you find us today? Yeah, we love you, Ozzy. All right, rapid fires.
Yep.
Did any activities lead to new relationships or partners or opportunities? Example, finding new friends, finding a partner, etc. Yeah, absolutely. Streaming always leads to connections, and I think that's why people come to Twitch is for the connections, for the community. I found a lot of friends. Two people in my community, Hadis and Aya, have found each other as partners, and they fucking might go all the way with that, which is amazing.
Yeah,
Duck, thank you so much for coming here. I appreciate you. I miss you, Heck.
I noticed a lot of times when I do collaborations or podcasting or charity events, that definitely it builds like a bond. I feel like between me and certain streamers. So yeah, I would say certain opportunities or partnerships or collaborations have definitely helped me build friendships. You know, I've been a part of 2 charity events since I've been on Twitch, and the first one, I think, what was it, Waba? In 3 days, we raised almost 11 grand.
Extra Life?
Yeah.
I believe it's 20 grand.
Well, well for that 3 day charity event. I think it was like, wasn't it like $10,500 or something?
It was over 10,000. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to see it, but yeah, it was over 10K.
And then the other one that I
It's well
did
over
was
10K.
I did that Zelda event. It was just a 24-hour event, and each of us had a 4-hour time slot, and we raised $6,000 in 24 hours. You know,
It's
and
amazing.
and the thing is, like, when you do something that wholesome and something like that for a greater cause than yourself, it builds like this bond, or almost like this like brotherhood. Like, I don't even know what word you would use for it, but it's just like, we did this together, we did it as a fucking team, and like, we're tight.
Yes, we did.
You know, like, let's do it again. So yeah, I'm all about collaborations, and I mean, I'm doing one right now with Waba. So I mean, I love it.
I live for this, honestly. I live for these collabs. What do you wish Twitch would do better for smaller channels? There is a huge fucking video I could make on this, honestly.
Yeah, no shit.
Go for an hour.
I would say,
Yeah.
fuck, a better algorithm, searchable content that's just better.
I think encouraging people to use tags is helpful, in my
Yes.
opinion. Because
Tags, for sure.
Yeah, most every new person that I get in here found me via searching tags, which is something that not a lot of Twitch users do.
Right.
And again, there's that generational gap between the old ones and the new ones. You know, they just fucking click on the big stream and whatever.
Right. I use tags.
Absolutely.
You know, my wife uses tags. You know, there is it's kind of cool. There's like a little community of African American Sims 4 streamers. Like, they
That's
are tight.
awesome.
You see, like, and my wife like has had a bunch of those streamers like raid her or like hang out with her.
That's
My wife's
amazing.
raided them. Like, it's like this tight knit community of like you know, black creators like supporting each other playing the fucking Sims. I think it's so cool. And my wife is like slowly like becoming a part of that now that she's streaming again regularly.
Awesome.
So yeah, use tags. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Describe yourself, describe what you're doing. Like, fuck it, that's what they're there for, right? Like, you know, especially if you're part of like LGBTQ plus, you know, or a minority
health.
group, you know, because here's the thing, like minorities and people in LGBTQ, like they get fucked with, and they're looking for a home that's safe, and they want to go to a stream that's like, you know, if they see that tag there, they go, okay, I'm transgender, or okay, I'm non-binary, or okay, I'm gay or
Yep.
lesbian or whatever. I'm safe to go here because there's the tag, and I'm gonna go
Yep.
there because I'm gonna feel wanted, or they're gonna leave me alone and they're not gonna fuck with me. So tags can be
Absolutely.
really good multi-purpose tools to like bring people into your stream for sure.
My only complaint about tags right now is that there's no data that I can find easily anyway about like how many people are searching by XYZ tag, because I have like so many fucking identities I could put as my tags. But the ones I've found the best with for myself is LGBTQ plus, mental
Right.
health, autistic because I'm autistic, cozy. I have interviews on for today, but I usually switch that out, and that's been, the last one has always been like the floater one. I tried queer for a while, I tried non-binary for a while, and now I'm sticking with neurodivergent because it's accurate. Because
Right.
there's just a lot of fucking shit going on up here and in my community. We're neurodivergent,
Right.
so I don't know. It's hard to say. Or I've done pansexual as well before. I don't know. I just do a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and
Um,
that's what they're there for. You know what I mean? And I advise people to use them. They should. Why not?
Absolutely. Next, rapid fires. I highlighted this from Twin Sanity. I feel that with being a stay-at-home dad, whole trying to prove yourself, you're more than what people think you are. Do you ever feel like you're trying to prove to other people that don't know you that you're more than what people think you are? Although
Um,
IMO, I think that happens inherently because of parasocial relationships and people place you on a platform and think you're better, but whatever.
yeah. I don't know. I used to, I guess. I don't really try to like I guess prove myself to anybody.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I just do it not knowing I'm doing it by trying my best, or being consistent, or the best that I can be consistent. Editing the way my stream looks, editing videos, posting on social, like constantly trying to prove to everybody that I can do this. But then also, that was like kind of my old way of thinking. But now I'm at a place where I'm like, fuck it, dude. We're playing South Park. You want to be here or you don't. Like, that's kind of
Yeah.
where I'm at this point. I used to want to prove to the world that, hey, I can do more than, you know, work with a shovel or run a piece of equipment. Like, I can actually be a social media personality and all of this shit. And, you know, if it happens one day, great. I mean, Dr. Disrespect didn't get famous and blow up until he was 38 years old with 2 children. So anything's
Yep.
possible. I'm only 30. I got 8 more years before I'm at Dr. Disrespect's level. So uh,
He'll be fine.
who knows? I mean, it took Tim the
You don't
Tap
know.
Man like 8 years before he got famous. So I've only been on for
Listen,
a year and 9 months.
the best thing that you can do to quote unquote guarantee your success in any way, shape, or form is keep doing it.
Right.
Just keep doing it.
Yep.
Be consistent. Just look to improve yourself. You know, if you want to compare yourself to anyone, compare yourself to yourself in the past. Is what I'm doing now better than what I was doing before? If the answer is yes, keep going.
Oh yeah, because me before, when I first started streaming, I'm talking like
Just be you. Yeah,
2013. Oh,
absolutely.
it's awful. It's awful. It's so fucking cringe.
Yep. Yeah. God. I highlighted this because this is something that a lot of creators might fear is like, they chase the dragon, right? They chase the high of like, success. But there's a lot of YouTubers out there that tank from 500 to 20K viewers.
Oh
Do
yeah.
people ever think about that? Do they think about like, could something vanish overnight? Because as successful as some of these folks are, you know, those counts drop off. Hype doesn't last forever.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Think it's
the first
important to
person that
invest.
the first person that comes to mind for me is one of the big retro YouTubers that I watch, and he's been on the platform since 2008, 2009, and he's still on the platform. His name is Pat the NES Punk, and he's been around forever. And if you are into retro gaming or part of the retro community at all, you know who Pat is. I've met Pat. I met him at SAT Gamers Expo back in December. Super nice guy. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time. But you know, Pat was at his peak from 2009 to about 2015. But he still makes videos, but he was, he'd get 100,000, 500,000. And now his podcast and everything that he does, he averages between 5,000 and 50,000 views, it's not like it was, but it happens. You could literally become Twitch partner and then shit falls apart and your viewership is gone. And, you see it all the time. I mean, because they don't take your partner status away unless you break TOS, right? So
even then they don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you'll see Twitch partners streaming to as many people as we stream to.
Yep, that's true.
It just happens.
No, that's true. Viewership comes and goes, but community is forever, which is why I built community.
And honestly, I don't think a lot of people like really prepare for that.
Nope,
so
they don't. They're fools. I'm literally I'm off the cuff right now because, listen, I get it. I get it. Like, there's a lot of struggles when it comes to streaming, but I think if I really try to encourage people to not set themselves up for failure, and we often do that. We often trick ourselves into some weird expectations, and we build ourselves up, and we inevitably set ourselves up into a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure because we give ourselves impossible expectations to meet. My expectation every single stream continues to be, and I've said this a few times this stream so far, is if I've made at least one person's life a little bit better today because I streamed and I had content and something that they connected with, etc., so forth, then I've won. Today has been a great stream. I've succeeded.
Yeah.
Automatic success.
Yeah, I mean, success on here doesn't always mean the purple check mark or the big numbers or the big paycheck.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing in the world, dude, because I've never had anybody tell me this, but I've had several people over the last 2 years go, "You're my favorite streamer." And I'm like, wow, I didn't really know what to say to that at first, because I'm like, I've never heard that before, because like you could be watching Ninja or Asmongold or Nick Merckx, and you're literally telling me I'm your favorite streamer. That's really fucking cool, and like it makes me feel good, and it makes me want to do more. So
yeah, it's huge. All right, last two.
Okay.
Which is just shitting on streamer Twitter again. Vast distance of genuine support that I've seen between VTuber Twitter and streamer Twitter is wild. Streaming Twitter is 100% out for themselves. VTuber 100%. Twitter in comparison. Now, obviously, there's different subsets of VTuber Twitter, but generally they're pretty like self-positive to everyone else, and they're just like, yeah, they're awesome. Do your thing. Get your bag. We love that. Same with sex worker Twitter. They're fucking super supportive of each other, in a really, really lovely way. And then Zyprus finally says, I have a streamer I watch who keeps trying to convince me that Pokemon, quote unquote, like fighting and are not enslaved. How should I proceed?
Are Pokemon slaves? Was that what the question is?
There's no question. He's just accusing me of propagating lies by the Pokemon Company or something, which is untrue. Pokemon canonically like to fight because they wish to become stronger for their trainer, who they also wish to be strong and match them in strength and maturity. So there's no hashtag Mewtwo. There's no hashtag free Pokemon. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Now, if you're going to give me an offer, you might as well make drop a contract already. Jeez. Anyway,
shit.
I probably shouldn't keep you from whatever thing that you need to do.
I mean, if you're not busy, you can come do the thing with me later.
What is the thing?
That sounded fucking terrible the way I said that.
What is the thing? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna watch a movie with my friends.
Okay.
Like, I promised a movie night.
It is 11:30 at night, sir. I might join in for a little bit.
We're watching Spirited Away.
Oh, dude,
I've
never favorite.
You've never
seen it. You whore.
I know.
You fucking asshole. You've never seen Spirited Away.
I'm not gonna lie. I got the idea like last summer. So fuck. almost
Oh
a year
my
ago, I guess.
God.
From Wiz, right? Because Wiz, I came into Wiz's Discord like early in the morning, and he was playing Spirited Away. So this was like
Yes,
last
he
summer.
was.
And I came in there and I'm like, it was literally almost the end of the movie. And I was like, I've never seen this. And I was like, this is really cool. Like this movie night thing that he does, or movie day, whatever you want to call it. So I did like 2 or 3 of them in mine. And I ended up watching, I did all Studio Ghibli movies. We watched Howl's Moving Castle. We watched, what was the other one? Princess Mononoke. And I forget the third one. But anyway, they were really good. And I love My Neighbor Totoro because I still have it on VHS. But I have not seen all the Studio Ghibli movies, so everybody's like, we should watch Spirited Away tonight. And I'm like, yeah, we should. Let's do it. Why not? I'm not doing anything else. So that's the plan. If anybody still wants to show up, I know I'm like a half hour late. But
It's fine.
it's fine. It's fine. You guys, it's Friday. Y'all ain't got no jobs. You ain't got shit to do.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry. I've always loved saying that. I love Friday.
All right. Charizard didn't want to fight until Ash did some real big display of inner strength and resolve, so I cannot agree with this, Waba. What do you mean? No, Pokemon want to fight, but they'll only fight for a trainer that's worthy. Imagine showing up to a scheduled event on time, like streaming.
Right. Yeah.
I know, Cypress. I love you for that. For some of us, it's Saturday. Yeah, God, you're Australian phobic. Anyway, Rect, it's been amazing. I love you.
Love you too.
Go check out
Anytime.
fucking Wrecked Wizard. All right. Have a good night, Wrecked. Thank you so much for talking with us about all this shit.
Anytime. I love it. And I'll tune into the next ones when you have people on. I want to hear what they have to say.
It's Thursday.
But yeah, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out with me and with Waba and hearing what I have to say. Love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Come catch Waba live only on Twitch.
Oh, we did it. Oh my God, we did the whole fucking talk. Look, the thing that we did. This is it. This is the thing we did. We did it. And now it's gone forever.